Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Hop Smell Show. It's Hop.
Frank.
Hartman.
We got one for you today. We're doing on Ozzy, not quite as detailed as the one we've done in the past, but we're going to do the Jakey Lee years. I think everybody here at the table agrees probably the most underrated guitarist Ozzy has. Nobody ever talks about him.
He's definitely the least talked about out of the bunch. I mean, you got Zach and you got Randy. He's probably the two biggest known guitarists. And I mean, you had Joe Holmes, and you've got Gus G. And, but yeah, definitely Randy and Zach are probably the biggest of the two. But Jakey Lee's just up there, just as talented as any of them that he's had.
Yeah.
So
He's not my number one, but he's probably tied for number two.
yeah, he probably.
I'll probably get slain for that comment. But what about you, Randy? Where you put him in your ranking?
He's my favorite one.
Oh, you might get a slaining too.
The man got his hair pulled and could still pull a solo.
Yeah,
He did do that.
I always liked him. He was really good.
yeah. The ultimate Ozzy was a really good video. If nobody's seen that, you need to check it out because it's really good. But I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. He did 2 albums. First one was Bark the Moon in November. It was released November 15th, 1983. Produced by, I didn't know this, Ozzy Osbourne, Bob Daisley, and Max Norman, which I can see. How much producing do you think Ozzy actually did on the Bark at the Moon?
Back then, probably none.
No, he's too busy licking urine from what I saw in the movie.
Yeah, we're all fresh off the Dirt movie too. So, and then the second album was The Ultimate Sin, February 26, 1986, produced by Ron Nevision. I don't even know who he is neither.
He worked with Kiss.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Was he producer for Kiss or?
I think he did Crazy Nights.
All right, yes, newer than me.
Just got school.
And he was with, by the way, he was with Ozzy 1982 to 1987. And from what I understand, the falling out was, like usual, had to do with Sharon.
No.
And even Ozzy rehabbing and drugs, and I'm sure that played a key part in it. But we're going to give y'all our top 5 off them 2 albums. And when I went back and listened to them, and I might get slain for this one too, but Ultimate Sin blows Bark at the Moon out of the water. I mean, there's not even a comparison.
Song for song, definitely.
Yeah, and mine are by far. I don't know about theirs. I don't have mine in any certain order. So
I kind of put it in there, but I think mine is more of how I'm feeling that day. I could switch them around, but
yeah, and
I just do them down. But
did you do yours order
5.
that you like them?
Yeah, 5 to top.
All right.
Before we start that, I'm going. This is my. That's why I didn't want to see you. I told y'all earlier I don't want to see your list. I'm thinking at least 3, maybe even 4 off of our list are going to be the same. I'm just going with that. I know 3. I'm going to guarantee 3.
I don't know. I'm going to go 2. I'm saying 2. How many you think, Randy?
Yes.
2 or 3 or 4.
2.
2.
All right.
I'll go 2.
All right. I'm going 3. So we'll see.
All right. So my first one, off the Ultimate Sin, and the guitar solo, I guess. Before that, Killer of Giants is freaking phenomenal. But Killer of Giants is the first one off my top 5. I really don't have to say a whole bunch. The guitar work on that song is incredible. That's probably why I picked it as why it made my top 5, just for the guitar work itself.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was definitely a good guitar solo on that one. My number 5 is going to be Center of Eternity. And I don't know, I just like the way he has that chorus when he sings Center of Eternity. I don't know, just that one got me. And I mean, it's Jakey on there, so you know it's no slouch when it comes to guitar solos and whatnot on it. But I don't know, it's one of my favorites out of the 2 albums anyway, so that was my number 5.
Ultimate Sin, if it wouldn't have been for that album, that song would have made it.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is Fool Like You off the Ultimate Sin. The beginning of that riff before that thing kicks in. Oh my God. I mean, that's one of my favorites. Fool Like You from the Ultimate Sin. coming in at the Strive for 5.
All right, I guess we'll do, coming in number 4 for me is the song. We don't get to see the video no more, and I think it's the reason why the album's only been remastered one time. And great song it is. I think it's a bitter sort of subject because it wasn't wrote by Ozzy. He couldn't get the writing publishings to it and everything. But I'm going with Shot in the Dark. Great song, great video. Not a bad thing to say about that song. So number 4 for me is Shot in the Dark.
Number 4, Shot in the Dark for me. Of course, yours is not in any order. Mine is actually Shot in the Dark is my number 4, and I don't know, it's just a great song, and of course that was a single, so I mean that one was, I don't know, it's just a great song altogether, and I enjoy that one.
Me too. Number 4, Shot in the Dark.
There's 1, baby.
3.
That is first.
That is there.
All right,
Great song.
2 more.
Kick-ass single and one hell of a music video, baby.
All right, there's my 1.
All right, so coming in at number 3 for me, and like I said, this is no certain order. So, actually, Rock and Roll Rebel off Bark at the Moon, and that's an awesome jam. And Bark at the Moon's real hit or miss with a lot of stuff, I think. Man, that's definitely one of the better songs on that album. But I think what's So Tired was the second release.
That was the
off
second single. There's only 2.
And I don't even really, when you're picking that as your second song, and that's not even
a great song.
No.
No.
It's a weird video too.
But-
I don't think I've ever seen the video.
It's about a play or something.
And while we're on this, why don't I just go ahead and do the list
The list.
off Hop's Hard Rock and Heavy Metal page. First we got D.D. Price said Killer of Giants and Lightning Strikes. Jason Klein said he likes them all, but he'll go with Waiting for Darkness. Jared Lambert, Center of Eternity and Rock and Roll Rebel. Carl Kruger, Never. Steve Good, Bark at the Moon. And I'll actually read everything Mike May. Mike May said he was just going to let D.D. Price make his picks. But he said original answer, Thank God for the Bomb.
Good song.
Dave Rosenberger actually said Mike May took his pick.
No. You can have a pick too, buddy.
Yeah, you could have come in. There's more than just one song for Jakey Lee years. Stacey Shoemaker had The Ultimate Sin. Robert Ford, which, by the way, Robert Ford was the winner of the sticker, the Ozzy sticker. But
Stay tuned. We're gonna have more giveaways.
yeah, and he had Killer of Giants. Darren Dubb, Bark at the Moon. Brian Weaver, Bark at the Moon. Jared Bowman, You're No Different. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. I know it's going to shock you. Danny Crowder said he picked them all. He can't just pick one. Danny can never pick
Way
one.
to go, Danny.
But he said, I think he said even something about he'd buy all of them off Pat Sajak for $400 or something like that.
Nice.
But that was the list.
All right.
Everybody, thanks
That's
for
a good list.
participating. On to
list.
you, String.
All right, so we're on number 3. So, Killer of Giants. So, Hopper and I shared that song. I don't know. I just heard this song on the radio the other day too, and it's just one of those songs that I'd almost have to be in the mood to listen to that. But I don't know. I must be recently I've been in the mood to hear, because when I went back to kind of refresh my brain on all this stuff, it was one of the ones that stood out, and I've got it as my number 3. So, great guitar work in it. I mean, another great one. I mean,
3, Never. If you have the cassette, that's
You
the
and Paul
last
Kruger.
track. Yeah, that guitar solo to open up that wonderful song, kicky ass. I mean, that showed me just how good of a guitar player that old boy was and still is. So 3, Never.
Oh, even the Red Dragon Cartel stuff's good. Badlands, I mean, you can't forget about that.
And a lot of this older Ozzy stuff, I was a late bloomer to coming into some of this stuff, so I didn't get into the older Ozzy stuff until years later. But Badlands was what kicked me in the balls with him. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he's-
just
Winner's Call.
that whole album.
That
There's not a
intro?
bad song
No.
on that album, and he just rips it up on that whole album.
Yeah, his guitar work is phenomenal. All right, so we're going with the next one, which this one's probably going to be all the way across the board. Coming in number 4 for me is Bark at the Moon. don't even know if anything's got to be said. I will comment. Love made a comment at one of the Oz Fests and said that he thought the solo Bark the Moon sounded a lot like a Randy Rhoads solo. And if you go back and listen to it, man, that solo is freaking incredible in that song. But that's just a little
that's
tidbit.
not an insult, but
No, that's a little, just giving Love a little plug there. But I don't know if he remembers even telling me that. But
he might not have. Well, my number 2 is Ultimate Sin. Good song.
remember the video?
Yes.
Had to, what kind of
Ozzy.
socks?
Ozzy. Well, it was polka dot socks.
Polka dot socks.
Who was he
And
making fun
cowboy
of?
boots.
J.R. Ewing.
Oh, yeah.
Ewing.
Yeah.
Dallas.
But yeah, that was pretty funny. And had that, didn't he throw that girl in the pool?
We were at the pool in the end, and he saluted, and a horse fell over and died.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what.
It's been a long time since I don't remember very
I
much
think
of
the
it.
old horse had a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know what that was supposed to represent, but I forgot about it. He did.
He probably
did
got the
salute
horse
that
drunk.
He probably did. I mean, we saw what he does on the dirt. I mean,
well, yeah.
lapping up Nicky's pee so he can't drink his own pee. All right, so
Come in number 2 for me, the Ultimate Sin.
2. I'm at 2.
That freaking to start off, and then he comes in. Awesome song to open up. By far my favorite album that Ozzy ever done, and just my favorite video ever done. Ozzy Oil, get some now. So there you go. The Ultimate Sin.
all right, my last one on my list was almost the Ultimate Sin. Damn, it was close, but Secret Loser come in there at the end and knocked Ultimate Sin off there, but it was really close. But that was my last pick. I'm going with Secret Loser.
Well, I'm going my number 1, Bark at the Moon. And I was digging through a box the other day, and I found it. I thought I remember having the old Bark at the Moon Ozzy doll thing.
Yeah.
I got it on like clearance out at
Spencer's
or something like that, and I found it, and I thought about it at work the other night. I said, man, I need to dig that thing out and bring it, and I can set it
that'd be
behind us or
cool.
something. And I
Cool
totally
prop.
forgot to do it. I had time today to do it, and I totally forgot.
That would have been a cool prop.
Yeah, but
Well, maybe
Bark at
next
the Moon,
time.
number 1.
My number 1, Bark at the Moon.
There we go.
Did you get your wish?
I don't know. Let's see. We had
2
Number
of them.
1, Bark at the Moon.
I thought you had Ultimate Sin.
So right
we
there's
got
the list.
Killer.
Got
You
2
didn't
of
have
them.
No, I think we only hit 2 then.
Yep.
Oh well.
That was a hell of a song, and
Yeah.
one of the most awesomest videos he ever done. You know, kind of a Jekyll and Hyde type of thing. The guitar solos was good. It was Jake's first album with the man, and that's my favorite song.
Now, you reckon Jake went through all the worst of the drug stuff? Because Betty Ford Center, according to Jake Lee, he says he pretty much done the complete Ultimate Sin album by himself because Ozzy was in Betty Ford Center.
I think I just remember hearing about that. Maybe you was telling me about it. But
So yeah, I'd probably say a good portion of
it
that.
wasn't no. And is that the one you said he produced, or was that the other?
No,
album?
Ozzy produced Bark the Moon,
Oh, yeah.
but that was probably just for writing credits. And see, that's probably the part that Jakey can't get no royalties from Bark the Moon. See, he just wants royalties from Bark the Moon. Or no writing credits, I think, because now it's probably done past. He probably won't get nothing now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably long gone.
Money
It ain't
wise.
worth the fight anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, streaming's so big now that I don't even know how much them guys actually get. I mean, they get a percentage, but it's pretty
Yeah,
small.
Probably hardly anything.
Anybody got anything they want to say about the Ultimate Sin or Bark the Moon?
It was well. I'm glad we did this because it's been
Me
so
too.
long since I heard them, and it was something that made me go back and listen to them again and appreciate, all the great guitar work that Jakey Lee did on these albums, and I mean everybody. They're decent albums. Bark the Moon's not quite as good, but but all in all, they're good albums, and it was just good to go back and revisit them and check them out again.
I bet I know why you brought that paper for Bark the Moon, to let everybody know that the European album and the American album
Oh,
were
yeah.
different.
Yeah,
They're
there was
different
different
songs.
songs.
They re-released it in America with went up the B-side and
Well, but
playing with spiders or something.
well, there was the European edition had, let me see, Spiders and Forever.
I don't even heard of that one.
Yeah,
And the Spiders, I think, is the Spiders in the Night. They just put Spiders for some reason. And then the U.S. version had Center of Eternity and Slow Down.
And what is it? Was it? Yeah. See, look at the opening tracks.
Yeah, and actually the
Love
song
Rebel.
order is different on the first side of the albums.
See, and I didn't even know about all that stuff.
Yeah, there's actually all the songs are in different order altogether. So, no. And maybe this came off of Wikipedia, so it's not always 100%.
Yeah, it came,
so we're just
100%
assuming
sure.
that that's correct. But yeah, then reissue says Spiders and whatever
Yep.
they said. So.
Remember that?
Now, see, I've heard some of this stuff, but actually, the remaster I have has 9 tracks on it.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
must
this
have-
one's got Spiders. Because when I was going back and listening to it, Spiders in the Night, I think, was on there.
I don't know if I have.
But I don't remember which one of these. Well, I had to be So Tired then.
That one up the B side. Mine don't have that on
Yeah.
it. So mine's just got spiders.
Yeah, because you got the where it's got the small
Yeah.
cover and the. Yeah,
But
that's
see,
what
I
got.
think that's the only understood right. That's the only remaster you can get of the Ultimate Sin. That it's only been remastered one time, so you could only get it the original or the remaster one time. So
Yeah,
they're the
let's
ones
see.
that are probably more scarce.
Yeah, and this doesn't have anything listed on that, so I only printed off just a couple pages. It might have been something further down, but
Yeah, I don't even remember where I read that at.
there's a lot of other stuff I felt that I didn't need, so I just eliminated that.
I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up then. Anybody got anything else they want to say?
I'm good.
All right, your final piece. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Later.